From puppies to adult dogs, my list of my top 7 must-haves remains the same. Starting off with our number 1 must-have, a leash. Because I'm a dog trainer, I have a leash in my hands all day long, so I tend to stick to a leather leash. Now, your standard leash sizes are going to be 4 foot or 6 foot. You're also going to notice a difference in the width of our leashes. Here we have a 1-inch width. Personally, it's not what I tend to use, simply because I find it to be a bit too big for my hands. However, a 3/4 inch width or a 1/2 inch width tends to be perfect for me. So I guess it's pretty obvious that I don't recommend a non-retractable leash. And special note for my puppy owners, I want you to purchase a lightweight clip. If you go to hold this leash between just 2 fingers and it feels heavy to you, it's too heavy for your puppy or your small dog. Okay, come in a little closer for this one. Item number 2 is a front clip harness. Hear these complaints of dog owners saying, well, my dog hobbles to the side and that harness slips to the shoulder. Well, that's because it's not well fitted. Your dog's harness should fit as snug as a wristwatch. Now, I brought you guys a couple of options, but only 3. And that is because even though Amazon sells 100+ types of harnesses, there's only 3 that will really help you navigate leash pulling. Even some of those on Amazon that say no pull lead to pulling. Let's start off with the old school Easy Walk. Now, this harness has been around for a long time for a very good reason. We have the standard version and we have the deluxe version. Now, here's why I do typically recommend the deluxe version instead of the standard. It has a lot more padding. If you need an in-between size, if you have a dog that is a schmedium, a small/medium, the standard version is going to provide that for you. From tiny dog to big dog, we can find an Easy Walk that tends to fit almost any dog. Now, for a big-chested dog, a Freedom no-pull harness might be a great option. We don't have in-between sizes with this one. We do have an extra strap down the chest that can hold this harness in place. With the Freedom no-pull harness, you're going to notice that there is a back clip. And that's because they do sell a special leash that connects to both back and the front. However, I don't recommend it. I just recommend clipping your standard leash to the front. Item number 3, a standard flat collar, because you're gonna need to put ID tags on your dog. Item number 4, my personal favorite, a clicker. Now, there are lots of different clicker options out there, and they each have their own pros and cons. I recommend getting rid of the chain that it originally comes with because there's a jingle that happens when you shake the chain in the clicker, and sometimes that creates some false anticipation of an upcoming click. So instead, if you're going to want a wristband, I recommend doing what my assistant Kate did here, which is attaching a fabric wristband. Moving right along with item number 5, and that would be Spray Shield. Spray Shield is essential for every single dog owner. Not sponsored, I wish. This is great because it's not pepper spray. However, it does function pretty much the same, but the makeup within the can is totally different. This is compressed citronella into a can that if I take it off the safety, I can press that down and it can spray up to 10 feet away. Now that is amazing when encountering an off-leash dog. And yes, I have had to put it to use before, and yes, it has worked for me. It is not going to work with an extremely aggressive dog, but for the average off-leash encounter, this is effective. Item number 6 is a potty bag, but what it's not is a potty bag holder. Please don't put this on the end of your leash. It is either going to be knocking into you or your dog. Again, am I a little picky and biased because I'm holding a leash all day long? Absolutely. The moment that we want to have good handling skills and work through leash pulling, this is one added factor of stress that we just don't need. You can put it in your pocket, keep it by the door. There's so many other things that we can do to make sure that we remember to bring a potty bag with us that doesn't include putting a potty bag on the end of our leash. This is one of those make or break items. You want to make sure that when you are training your dog that food is hidden. You don't want your dog to rely on food rewards, right? Well, make sure it's hidden from day one. Plan on that. I can place this into my pocket and now I do mimic that real life look, right? I'm not standing with food here. I'm not just simply having this big old treat pouch on my hip that I don't wear all day, every day. However, if you don't want to ruin your clothes, I do have other options for you. So stick around for some bonus items. Rapid fire bonus items. This lint roller, which is like a paint roller, I'm not going to show it to you because it's super gross, but I promise I really wish I would have discovered this earlier on. This treat pouch by Playfield because it's so easy for me to hide in my pocket and it's machine washable. A slip lead for emergencies in case your dog gets off the leash and you need to lasso them. If you're gonna get a playpen, get a no-climb playpen. A 4-quart horse feed bucket. Why? Because we can teach hind-end awareness with this bucket. A biothane leash for all of your weatherproof needs. A lupine leash is a really comfortable fabric leash if you want one. A flirt pull toy is a really good option to get some energy out of your puppy. Now, you don't want them jumping for it, you just want them chasing it like it's some squirrel on the ground. A biothane long line, because you don't need a retractable leash, you need a long line. For a training platform, Kata Board's my favorite. But if I'm wanting my dog to hold an extended downstay, a Canvas K&H platform bed is a great option. Now, when it comes to a crate, Midwest Homes has been my longtime favorite. No, this is not Juniper's crate because obviously she's too big for it, but a metal wire crate is a really great and safe option for your puppy. Make sure that when you put your dog into the crate that they don't have any choking hazards with them. No chokeable items, just your puppy in the crate. All right, sweet friends, that is it for today's video. I so hope that you enjoyed learning about my top 7 must-haves, and I will see you guys very soon.